Zion National Park. It wasn't on my bucket list until my cousins told me to try it out. And so I did. If it's nice weather, man, I will tell you it is very busy. Although I wouldn't recommend going in summer because it is very hot. If you do, I would suggest bringing plenty of water and dress appropriately. Now, for most of the year, Zion Canyon Scenic Drive, you have to take a shuttle. But I didn't go that route. I went through an e-bike. And let me tell you, I would take it over a shuttle any day. We started off on the Peruse Trail, and let me tell you, do not miss this trail. Now you can't miss this trail because you kinda have to go through this route to get to the scenic drive, and because that's what they tell you to do when you're renting the bike. I mean, look at the backdrop. I mean, how can you not love the scene when you're biking? Or even just a casual walk. You get to bike through the bridges, going over the streams. You actually see some deers along the way too. Well, one of the drawbacks of biking through here is, well, you go through it pretty quick, around 3.5 miles. For the Canyon Scenic Drive, you actually share the road with the shuttle, so be on the lookout when you're biking. If the shuttle's coming behind you, you always have to stop and let the shuttle go through. Well, it's kinda hard to do that when you're trying to absorb the nice views around you. But safety comes first. Our stop here is Angel's Landing. It's probably one of the most popular hikes in America, if not one of the most dangerous ones too. The weather started out pretty cool in the morning, but once the sun starts beating on you, yeah, that heat starts to really get to you. Remember that if you're going in the summer heat, bring plenty of water. FYI, there's actually some restrooms up at Scouts Lookout, so don't worry about that issue. And don't forget to stop and look back periodically to see the nice views behind you. Now for us, we actually only went up to Scouts Lookout. We actually did not go up to Angel's Landing. It's like a one-way trail. You literally have to go around people and stop. Like one person have to hold the rails. I didn't want to do it. Scout Lookout is pretty nice actually. I mean, you can probably just sit there and have a snack or even a small picnic. Now, if you're planning to go from Scout Outlook to Angel's Landing, check to see if they're still implementing a permit access. I don't know about the future. Just double check on it. The reason why we went through Zion Guru for the e-bikes is that they're the ones that actually provided us with a basket to put our stuff in. The bike is quite nice. It has different power levels to assist you in pedaling. You'll need it when you go up those big hills. Oh yes, they also provide you with locks and helmets. If you want to have some lunch or a picnic, stop by Zion National Lodge. They have nice facilities there and you can buy your food and drinks there. If you are adventurous, then pretty much, let's face it, you're going to the Narrows. I would check often to see whether or not there's any flooding, because if it's flooding, they're not gonna let you go there. There are several places where you can rent the appropriate gear: wetsuits, dry suits, hiking poles, and you're probably going to need it. Now, I went in the middle of November, and the water is kinda quite cold, so yeah, I needed that dry suit. I would allot around maybe 2 to 3 hours for this, mainly because, hey, you don't know how much water is flowing. The more water it is, the more strenuous exercise you need. Yeah, I know what you're saying. It's not quite an appropriate use for the tripod. I was running short on time before sunset, so I really couldn't stay too long to find a composition. But I managed this photo handheld. Most of the water that we went over is about 1 to 2 feet. The highest one we went through is probably around maybe 3 feet. All in all, it was not that bad actually. Our goal was to reach the fork. It's right on the Orderville Gulch. We weren't sure if we would be able to reach it in time, because we wanted to make sure that we had enough time to travel back before it gets too dark. We actually thought about heading back, but a few people along the way said that it's not that much farther. Yeah, right. It's not that much further. 5 minutes? Yeah. Reality, 10 minutes. 10 minutes? Reality, 20 minutes. Then it goes to, are we there yet? Are we there yet? But we made it. One more bucket list check.